Property and Casualty Exam Prep Kentucky. Question 1. A family member in a PAP is defined as, Option A, any relative, Option B, a person related to the named insured by blood, marriage, or adoption who resides in the same household, Option C, only children under 18, Option D, only the spouse. The correct answer is Option A, any relative. Family members must be related and reside in the same household. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 2. The automatic increase in insurance endorsement. Option A, increases premiums without notice. Option B, automatically increases coverage limits periodically to account for inflation. Option C, reduces coverage. Option D, applies only to liability. The correct answer is Option A, increases premiums without notice. This endorsement provides an automatic increase in building limits at regular intervals. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 3. The salvage value of a totaled vehicle. Option A, belongs to the insured. Option B, belongs to the insurer after they pay the total loss settlement. Option C, is discarded. Option D, is donated to charity. The correct answer is Option B, belongs to the insurer after they pay the total loss settlement. The insurer takes possession of the salvage and deducts its value from the settlement. Question 4. Civil authority coverage in business income policies. Option A, covers all government actions. Option B, covers lost income when a civil authority prohibits access to the insured's premises due to a covered loss. Option C, covers only military actions. Option D, covers all evacuations. The correct answer is Option C, covers only military actions. Civil authority coverage applies when access is prohibited by government order due to damage to nearby property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 5. Which of the following perils is typically excluded from a standard unendorsed homeowners policy? Option A, fire. Option B, windstorm. Option C, flood. Option D, theft. The correct answer is Option C, flood. Flood, earthquake, and mudslide are standard exclusions on most property policies and require separate policies. Question 6. The insurance mechanism that pools premiums from many policyholders to pay the losses of a few is known as Option A, risk retention. Option B, risk avoidance. Option C, risk sharing. Option D, self-insurance. The correct answer is Option A, risk retention. Risk sharing, or risk pooling, is the fundamental mechanism of insurance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 7. The primary purpose of an insurance policy is to Option A, offer a guaranteed profit to the policyholder. Option B, restore the insured to their approximate financial position before the loss. Option C, eliminate the occurrence of catastrophic events. Option D, serve as a long-term investment vehicle. The correct answer is Option B, restore the insured to their approximate financial position before the loss. The principle of indemnity ensures that insurance restores the insured to their pre-loss financial condition, without profiting from the loss. Question 8. Self-insured retention, SIR, in an umbrella policy is Option A, the same as a deductible in the underlying policy. Option B, the amount the insured must pay before the umbrella policy applies when the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Option C, the premium. Option D, the aggregate limit. The correct answer is Option A, the same as a deductible in the underlying policy. SIR applies when a loss is covered by the umbrella but not by any underlying policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 9. Primary insurance in a commercial auto policy means Option A, the policy pays only after other insurance is exhausted. Option B, the policy pays first, before other applicable insurance. Option C, the policy does not pay at all. Option D, the policy shares equally with other insurance. The correct answer is Option B, the policy pays first, before other applicable insurance. Primary coverage pays first, regardless of other available insurance. Question 10. The duty to defend in a CGL policy means the insurer, Option A, pays all claims regardless of coverage. Option B, provides a legal defense against covered claims, even if groundless. Option C, only pays settlements. Option D, defends only criminal cases. The correct answer is Option D, defends only criminal cases. The duty to defend is triggered by allegations potentially within coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 11. Cyber liability insurance covers Option A, physical property damage. Option B, data breaches, privacy violations, and related liability. Option C, automobile accidents. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is Option B, data breaches, privacy violations, and related liability. Cyber policies cover first-party and third-party losses from data breaches and cyber events. Question 12. Earthquake coverage in a homeowner's policy is: Option A, automatically included. Option B, excluded but may be added by endorsement or separate policy. Option C, included for all perils. Option D, only available in California. The correct answer is option C, included for all perils. Earthquake is excluded in standard HO policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 13. The products and completed operations hazard covers. Option A, premises liability only. Option B, bodily injury and property damage from products sold or work completed by the insured. Option C, ongoing operations. Option D, professional services. The correct answer is option C, ongoing operations. Products and completed operations covers liability arising after products leave the insured's control or work is completed. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 14. Expediting expenses coverage pays for. Option A, normal operating costs. Option B, extra costs to speed up repair or replacement of damaged property. Option C, routine maintenance. Option D, employee wages. The correct answer is option A, normal operating costs. Expediting expenses are additional costs incurred to reduce the period of restoration. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 15. The nuclear energy liability exclusion in a commercial auto policy. Option A, covers nuclear accidents. Option B, excludes losses from nuclear energy hazards, covered by specialized nuclear pools. Option C, is optional. Option D, only applies to power plants. The correct answer is option B, excludes losses from nuclear energy hazards, covered by specialized nuclear pools. Nuclear risks are excluded and insured through specialized nuclear insurance pools. Question 16. Assumption of risk as a defense means. Option A, the defendant assumed the risk. Option B, the plaintiff knowingly and voluntarily accepted a known risk. Option C, the insurer assumed the risk. Option D, the court assumed the risk. The correct answer is option C, the insurer assumed the risk. If the plaintiff knew and understood the risk and voluntarily accepted it, they may be barred from recovery. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 17. The Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act prohibits. Option A, prompt investigation of claims. Option B, misrepresenting policy provisions, failing to investigate, and delaying payment without reason. Option C, fair settlement offers. Option D, timely communication with claimants. The correct answer is option C, fair settlement offers. Unfair claims practices laws require fair, prompt handling of claims. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 18. A legal duty of care arises from. Option A, only written contracts. Option B, the obligation to act as a reasonable person would under similar circumstances. Option C, criminal statutes only. Option D, voluntary assumption only. The correct answer is option D, voluntary assumption only. Duty of care is the legal obligation to exercise reasonable care to avoid harming others. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 19. An admitted, authorized, insurer. Option A, is not licensed in the state. Option B, is licensed and authorized to transact insurance in the state. Option C, only writes surplus lines. Option D, is always an alien insurer. The correct answer is option A, is not licensed in the state. Admitted insurers hold a certificate of authority from the state. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 20. A contingent business interruption policy covers. Option A, the insured's own property damage. Option B, lost income due to damage to a supplier's or customer's property. Option C, only direct damage. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option D, employee injuries. Contingent by covers losses from damage to property of others that the insured depends on. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 21. The standard deductible under an HO3 policy for wind/hail losses is often. Option A, a flat dollar amount. Option B, a percentage of the dwelling coverage, in some coastal areas. Option C, no deductible. Option D, the same as other perils. The correct answer is option A, a flat dollar amount. Wind/hail deductibles may be percentage-based in coastal areas. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 22. A builder's risk policy covers. Option A, completed buildings. Option B, buildings under construction and materials on site. Option C, liability only. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D, workers' compensation. Builder's risk covers buildings in the course of construction, including materials and equipment. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 23. The HO5 form covers personal property on what basis? Option A, named perils. Option B, open perils. Option C, actual cash value. Option D, market value. The correct answer is option D, market value. HO5, comprehensive form, provides open perils on both dwelling and personal property. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 24. The fellow employee exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes: Option A, all employee injuries. Option B, injuries to fellow employees in the course of employment. Option C, only management injuries. Option D, only non-employee injuries. The correct answer is option A, all employee injuries. This exclusion prevents duplication with workers' compensation. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 25. Coverage B of the CGL policy provides: Option A, bodily injury and property damage. Option B, personal and advertising injury liability. Option C, medical payments. Option D, premises liability only. The correct answer is option C, medical payments. Coverage B covers personal and advertising injury offenses. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 26. Telematics, usage-based, auto insurance. Option A, uses a fixed premium based only on credit score. Option B, uses driving data, mileage, speed, braking, to determine premiums. Option C, ignores driving behavior. Option D, has one rate for all drivers. The correct answer is option D, has one rate for all drivers. Telematics programs monitor driving behavior and adjust premiums accordingly. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 27. The declarations page of a property policy includes: Option A, policy exclusions. Option B, the insured's name, address, policy limits, and premium. Option C, policy conditions. Option D, definitions. The correct answer is option C, policy conditions. The declarations page personalizes the policy with specific information about the insured and coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 28. The CGL policy's duty to defend ends when: Option A, the insured is found liable. Option B, the applicable limit of insurance is exhausted by payment of judgments or settlements. Option C, the case goes to trial. Option D, the insured requests. The correct answer is option C, the case goes to trial. The duty to defend ends when the limit is exhausted. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 29. An HO4 policy covers: Option A, the building. Option B, personal property of a tenant. Option C, condominium units. Option D, older homes. The correct answer is option A, the building. HO4 is the renter's form, covering personal property. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 30. A business income, business interruption, policy covers: Option A, physical damage to the building. Option B, lost profits and continuing expenses when a business shuts down after a covered loss. Option C, employee dishonesty. Option D, liability claims. The correct answer is option A, physical damage to the building. Business income coverage replaces lost net income and covers continuing operating expenses during the period of restoration. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 31. The PAP's duty to defend provision means the insurer will: Option A, pay all claims regardless of merit. Option B, provide a legal defense against covered claims. Option C, only pay settlements. Option D, defend only criminal charges. The correct answer is option A, pay all claims regardless of merit. The insurer has the duty to defend the insured against suits for covered claims. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 32. Service interruption coverage, utility services, covers: Option A, all utility failures. Option B, business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications. Option C, only power failures. Option D, utility equipment damage. The correct answer is option B, business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications. This covers business interruption when utility services are interrupted by a covered cause of loss. Question 33. Pollution liability insurance covers: Option A, all pollution. Option B, gradual and sudden pollution events, as the CGL pollution exclusion is broad. Option C, only sudden pollution. Option D, only government-mandated cleanup. The correct answer is option A, all pollution. Pollution liability policies fill the gap left by the CGL pollution exclusion. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 34. Functional replacement cost is: Option A, replacement with identical materials. Option B, replacement with modern, functionally equivalent materials. Option C, the same as market value. Option D, actual cash value. The correct answer is option C, the same as market value. Functional replacement cost allows for repair or replacement with modern materials that serve the same function. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 35. The each occurrence limit in a CGL policy is: option A, the annual maximum, option B, the maximum paid for all damages from a single occurrence, option C, the same as the aggregate, option D, the deductible. The correct answer is option A, the annual maximum. The per occurrence limit caps payment per event. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 36. The pollution exclusion in a CGL policy. Option A, covers all pollution losses. Option B, excludes bodily injury and property damage arising from pollutants, with limited exceptions. Option C, covers gradual pollution. Option D, is optional. The correct answer is option A, covers all pollution losses. The absolute pollution exclusion broadly excludes pollution-related claims with very limited exceptions. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 37. The McCarran-Ferguson Act established that: option A, the federal government has exclusive authority over insurance. Option B, states have primary authority to regulate insurance. Option C, the NAIC regulates all insurance. Option D, insurance is unregulated. The correct answer is option C, the NAIC regulates all insurance. McCarran-Ferguson affirmed state regulation of insurance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 38. The self-insured retention, SIR, under an umbrella policy, option A, is the same as a deductible. Option B, is the amount the insured pays before the umbrella responds when the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Option C, is paid by the insurer. Option D, is refundable. The correct answer is option A, is the same as a deductible. SIR applies to losses covered by the umbrella but not by underlying insurance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 39. An endorsement to an insurance policy. Option A, cancels the policy. Option B, modifies the policy's terms, conditions, or coverage. Option C, is the original application. Option D, is non-binding. The correct answer is option D, is non-binding. Endorsements, riders, amend the policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 40. A named non-owner auto policy covers: option A, the named insured's owned vehicles. Option B, liability for a person who does not own a vehicle. Option C, physical damage to all vehicles. Option D, only rental cars. The correct answer is option B, liability for a person who does not own a vehicle. Non-owner policies provide liability coverage for drivers without their own vehicles. Question 41. The PAP's physical damage coverage limit is typically: option A, the stated amount in the policy. Option B, the lower of the actual cash value or the cost to repair or replace. Option C, the full purchase price. Option D, unlimited. The correct answer is option B, the lower of the actual cash value or the cost to repair or replace. Physical damage losses are settled based on ACV or repair cost, not to exceed the vehicle's value. Question 42. A temporary substitute vehicle is covered under a PAP when: option A, the insured borrows a neighbor's car for convenience. Option B, the insured uses a non-owned vehicle while their covered auto is out of service due to breakdown, repair, or loss. Option C, the insured rents a car for vacation. Option D, any borrowed vehicle. The correct answer is option D, any borrowed vehicle. A temporary substitute replaces a covered auto that is out of normal use. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 43. The PAP's limit of liability provision states: option A, unlimited coverage. Option B, the maximum the insurer will pay regardless of the number of insureds, claims, or vehicles involved. Option C, per vehicle limits only. Option D, per person limits only. The correct answer is option B, the maximum the insurer will pay regardless of the number of insureds, claims, or vehicles involved. The limit is the maximum payable per occurrence, regardless of the number of insureds or vehicles. Question 44. A morale hazard involves: option A, intentional dishonesty. Option B, carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Option C, physical conditions increasing risk. Option D, legal conditions increasing risk. The correct answer is option B, carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Morale hazard is carelessness or indifference to loss because the person has insurance coverage. Question 45. Actual cash value, ACV, is calculated as: option A, replacement cost only. Option B, replacement cost minus depreciation. Option C, market value of the property. Option D, agreed value at policy inception. The correct answer is option D, agreed value at policy inception. ACV equals replacement cost, depreciation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 46. Concealment in insurances. Option A, disclosing all material facts. Option B, intentionally failing to disclose a material fact. Option C, making a false statement. Option D, canceling a policy. The correct answer is option C, making a false statement. Concealment is the deliberate withholding of material information. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 47. The liquor liability exclusion in the CGL excludes. Option A, host liquor liability. Option B, liability for businesses that manufacture, sell, serve, or furnish alcoholic beverages. Option C, all alcohol-related claims. Option D, only claims against bars. The correct answer is option C, all alcohol-related claims. The exclusion applies to those in the alcohol business, not social hosts. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 48. Part A of a personal auto policy, PAP, provides. Option A, medical payments coverage. Option B, liability coverage, bodily injury and property damage. Option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Option D, physical damage coverage. The correct answer is option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Part A is liability coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 49. A commercial property policy's fire department service charge coverage. Option A, pays the fire department's annual budget. Option B, pays charges assessed by the fire department for responding to a covered loss. Option C, is never included. Option D, pays for fire trucks. The correct answer is option C, is never included. This coverage pays fire department service charges, often without a deductible. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 50. Under contributory negligence, if a plaintiff is even 1% at fault. Option A, they recover reduced damages. Option B, they recover nothing. Option C, they recover full damages. Option D, the defendant is always liable. The correct answer is option B, they recover nothing. Contributory negligence is a complete bar to recovery. Any fault by the plaintiff prevents recovery. Question 51. A no-fault auto insurance state requires. Option A, the at-fault driver to pay all damages. Option B, each driver's own insurance to pay their medical expenses and lost wages regardless of fault. Option C, no insurance required. Option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is option D, only liability coverage. No fault, PIP, states require first-party coverage for injuries regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 52. An emergency adjuster is. Option A, a permanent employee. Option B, temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Option C, a public adjuster. Option D, an independent adjuster. The correct answer is option B, temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Emergency adjusters are authorized to handle catastrophe claims temporarily. Question 53. Rental reimbursement coverage in a PAP. Option A, is automatically included. Option B, pays for a rental car while the covered auto is being repaired after a covered loss. Option C, pays for all transportation. Option D, covers only liability. The correct answer is option D, covers only liability. Rental reimbursement is an optional coverage that pays for substitute transportation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 54. Specific insurance means. Option A, a blanket limit for all property. Option B, a separate limit for each specific item or location. Option C, unlimited coverage. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, unlimited coverage. Specific insurance applies a distinct limit to each described item or location. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 55. Custom equipment in a vehicle is covered under a PAP. Option A, unlimited. Option B, up to a sublimit, typically $1,000 to $5,000, unless additional coverage is purchased. Option C, fully covered under standard limits. Option D, not covered at all. The correct answer is option A, unlimited. Standard PAPs have limited coverage for custom equipment. Additional coverage can be purchased. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 56. A non-waiver agreement is. Option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions. Option B, a document signed by the insured allowing the insurer to investigate without waiving policy defenses. Option C, an agreement not to cancel the policy. Option D, a waiver of premium. The correct answer is option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions. A non-waiver agreement permits investigation while preserving the insurer's right to later deny coverage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 57. A total loss in auto insurance occurs when, option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs, option B, the repair cost plus salvage value equals or exceeds the vehicle's ACV, option C, the insured decides not to repair, option D, the insurer decides. The correct answer is option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. A total loss is determined by comparing repair cost to ACV. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 58. A commercial property policy's causes of loss basic form covers, option A, all perils unless excluded, option B, a limited list of named perils, option C, only fire and lightning, option D, all risks. The correct answer is option C, only fire and lightning. The basic form covers approximately 11 named perils. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 59. Underinsured motorist coverage applies when, option A, the at-fault driver has no insurance, option B, the at-fault driver's limits are insufficient to cover the insured's damages, option C, the insured is at fault, option D, the insured has no insurance. The correct answer is option D, the insured has no insurance. UIM covers the gap between the tortfeasor's limits and the insured's damages. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 60. A drive other car endorsement extends coverage for, option A, any vehicle the insured drives, option B, the named insured to drive non-owned vehicles not otherwise covered, option C, only rental cars, option D, only business vehicles. The correct answer is option C, only rental cars. This endorsement provides coverage for individuals who do not own a vehicle but regularly drive others' cars. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 61. Bobtail coverage provides liability insurance for, option A, a tractor when it is pulling a trailer, option B, a tractor when it is driven without a trailer, deadheading, option C, only cargo, option D, only physical damage. The correct answer is option A, a tractor when it is pulling a trailer. Bobtail, deadhead, coverage applies when a tractor is operated without its trailer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 62. An insurer must acknowledge a claim within, option A, 1 year, option B, a reasonable time, often specified by state law, example, 10 to 30 days, option C, 6 months, option D, no time limit. The correct answer is option D, no time limit. State laws specify timeframes for claim acknowledgement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 63. The last clear chance doctrine allows a plaintiff to recover despite contributory negligence if, option A, the plaintiff was not negligent, option B, the defendant had the last opportunity to avoid the accident and failed to do so, option C, the plaintiff had insurance, option D, the defendant was not negligent. The correct answer is option D, the defendant was not negligent. Last clear chance is an exception to contributory negligence when the defendant could have prevented the injury. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 64. A combined single limit, CSL, for liability. Option A separates bodily injury and property damage limits. Option B provides one limit for all bodily injury and property damage arising from one accident. Option C only covers bodily injury. Option D only covers property damage. The correct answer is option B, provides one limit for all bodily injury and property damage arising from one accident. CSL provides a single dollar limit for all buy and PD from one occurrence. Question 65. The PAP's duties after an accident require the insured to, option A, admit fault immediately, option B, notify the police if required, provide the insurer with details, and cooperate in the investigation, option C, pay all damages upfront, option D, repair the vehicle before inspection. The correct answer is option A, admit fault immediately. The insured must report the accident, cooperate, and allow inspection before repairs. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 66. The HO5 policy provides what type of coverage? Option A, named perils for dwelling and personal property. Option B, open perils for both dwelling and personal property, comprehensive form. Option C, actual cash value only. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, actual cash value only. HO5 provides the broadest coverage, with open perils on both dwelling and personal property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 67. Assigned risk plans for auto insurance. Option A are for preferred risks. Option B provide coverage to drivers who cannot obtain insurance in the voluntary market. Option C offer lower rates. Option D are optional for all drivers. The correct answer is option C, offer lower rates. Assigned risk plans are the market of last resort for high-risk drivers. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 68. Reasonable expectations doctrine means. Option A. The insured's expectations are irrelevant. Option B. If policy language is ambiguous, the insured's reasonable expectations may prevail. Option C. The insurer's expectations control. Option D. Only the literal policy language matters. The correct answer is option D. Only the literal policy language matters. Courts may interpret ambiguous policies in favor of the insured's reasonable expectations. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 69. The product's completed operations aggregate limit in a CGL policy. Option A applies to all claims. Option B limits the total payout for product's completed operations claims during the policy period. Option C is the same as the general aggregate. Option D has no limit. The correct answer is option C, is the same as the general aggregate. The product's completed operations aggregate is a separate limit within the CGL. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 70. A stated amount auto policy. Option A guarantees payment of the stated amount. Option B states the insured's valuation, but the insurer pays the lesser of stated amount or ACV. Option C pays replacement cost. Option D has no limit. The correct answer is option C, pays replacement cost. Stated amount is not a guarantee, the insurer pays the lesser of the stated amount or ACV. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 71. The commercial auto policy's physical damage coverage pays. Option A replacement cost for all vehicles. Option B the lesser of actual cash value or cost to repair, subject to deductible. Option C agreed value. Option D full purchase price. The correct answer is option C, agreed value. Commercial auto physical damage is settled on an ACV basis. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 72. The exclusive remedy doctrine means. Option A. The employee can also sue the employer. Option B. Workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Option C. The employer has no liability. Option D. The employee must pay for their own treatment. The correct answer is option B. Workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Exclusive remedy bars employee tort suits against the employer. Question 73. An occurrence CGL policy covers claims based on. Option A. When the claim is made. Option B. When the injury or damage occurred. Option C. When the policy was purchased. Option D. When the premium was paid. The correct answer is option D. When the premium was paid. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage occurring during the policy period. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 74. Under pro rata liability, if two policies each have a $100,000 limit and a $100,000 loss occurs, each pays. Option A $100,000. Option B $50,000. Option C $25,000. Option D $0. The correct answer is option C, $25,000. Each policy pays its proportion, $100,000/$200,000 equals 50% of the loss each equals $50,000. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 75. An State Route 22 filing is. Option A. A type of insurance policy. Option B. A certificate of financial responsibility filed with the state, often required for high-risk drivers. Option C. An accident report. Option D. A vehicle registration form. The correct answer is option B. A certificate of financial responsibility filed with the state, often required for high-risk drivers. State Route 22 is proof of financial responsibility filed by the insurer on behalf of the insured. Question 76. A commercial auto policy's who is an insured provision includes. Option A. Only the named insured. Option B. The named insured and anyone using a covered auto with permission. Option C. Only employees driving company vehicles. Option D. Only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D. Only the vehicle owner. Permissive users of covered autos are insureds under the liability coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 77. A reporting form in commercial property insurance. Option A requires monthly reporting of property values with premium adjustments. Option B reports all claims to the state. Option C reports only liability claims. Option D has fixed premiums. The correct answer is option A, requires monthly reporting of property values with premium adjustments. Reporting forms are used for fluctuating inventory values, with premiums adjusted based on reported values. Question 78. An adhesion contract means. Option A. both parties negotiated equally. Option B. The contract is drafted by one party, the insurer, and the other party must accept or reject it as is. Option C. It is non-binding. Option D. It requires a notary. The correct answer is option A. Both parties negotiated equally. Insurance policies are contracts of adhesion. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 79. An insurance broker represents: option A, the insurer; option B, the insured; option C, the state; option D, the NAIC. The correct answer is option B, the insured. A broker represents the insurance buyer and places coverage with insurers on the buyer's behalf. Question 80. A minimum premium in a CGL policy: option A, is the maximum payable; option B, is the least premium charged regardless of exposure; option C, has no effect; option D, is refundable. The correct answer is option A, is the maximum payable. Minimum premium ensures the insurer covers its costs regardless of low exposure. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 81. A utility services endorsement covers: option A, business interruption from utility failure; option B, damage to utility equipment; option C, utility bills; option D, only power outages. The correct answer is option C, utility bills. This endorsement covers business interruption and property damage from interruption of utility services. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 82. An installation floater covers: option A, real estate; option B, building materials and equipment during installation; option C, completed buildings; option D, vehicles. The correct answer is option B, building materials and equipment during installation. Installation floaters cover materials, fixtures, and equipment during installation before they become a permanent part of the building. Question 83. The personal and advertising injury definition in the CGL includes: option A, bodily injury; option B, false arrest, malicious prosecution, libel, slander, and copyright infringement; option C, property damage; option D, physical injuries only. The correct answer is option C, property damage. Personal and advertising injury covers non-physical offenses. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 84. The ordinance or law exclusion in property policies means: option A, all building code upgrades are covered; option B, the increased cost of complying with building codes after a loss is typically excluded; option C, the policy covers all legal fees; option D, the insured must follow all laws. The correct answer is option D, the insured must follow all laws. Standard policies exclude the additional cost of complying with building codes or ordinances. Coverage can be added by endorsement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 85. Garage keepers coverage protects: option A, the garage building; option B, customers' vehicles in the garage's custody; option C, the dealer's inventory; option D, employee vehicles. The correct answer is option A, the garage building. Garage keepers covers customers' vehicles. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 86. Apparent authority exists when: option A, the agency contract explicitly grants authority; option B, a reasonable person would believe the agent has authority based on the insurer's actions; option C, authority is implied by the position; option D, no authority actually exists. The correct answer is option A, the agency contract explicitly grants authority. Apparent, or ostensible, authority arises from the insurer's conduct that leads third parties to believe the agent has authority. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 87. The period of restoration for business income coverage ends when: option A, the policy expires; option B, the property is repaired or replaced, or business resumes at a new location; option C, the insurer decides; option D, 1 year after the loss. The correct answer is option D, 1 year after the loss. The period ends when the property should be repaired, replaced, or business resumes with reasonable speed. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 88. Financial examination by state insurance departments reviews: option A, claims handling; option B, an insurer's financial solvency and compliance with accounting standards; option C, agent conduct; option D, advertising practices. The correct answer is option A, claims handling. Financial exams assess the insurer's financial health. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 89. Personal and advertising injury under a CGL includes: option A, bodily injury; option B, libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement; option C, property damage; option D, physical injuries only. The correct answer is option B, libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Coverage B covers non-physical offenses. Question 90. Umbrella policies typically require the insured to maintain, option A, no underlying insurance, option B, specified minimum limits on underlying policies, auto, homeowners, watercraft, option C, only health insurance, option D, only life insurance. The correct answer is option D, only life insurance. Umbrella policies require underlying insurance with specified minimum limits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 91. Towing and labor coverage in a PAP. Option A, covers major repairs. Option B, pays for towing and emergency roadside labor at the breakdown site. Option C, is automatically included. Option D, covers fuel delivery only. The correct answer is option A, covers major repairs. Towing and labor coverage pays for towing and basic roadside services. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 92. The HO-8 policy is designed for, option A, new construction. Option B, older homes where replacement cost exceeds market value. Option C, renters. Option D, condominiums. The correct answer is option D, condominiums. HO-8 is the modified coverage form for older homes, providing named perils coverage on an actual cash value or functional replacement cost basis. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 93. Personal property of others coverage in a commercial property policy applies to, option A, the insured's own property. Option B, property of others in the insured's care, custody, or control. Option C, employee personal items at home. Option D, the building. The correct answer is option C, employee personal items at home. This coverage applies to property of others under the insured's care, custody, or control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 94. Debris removal coverage in a property policy. Option A, is never included. Option B, pays for the cost of removing debris after a covered loss. Option C, covers only earthquake debris. Option D, is the same as pollution coverage. The correct answer is option D, is the same as pollution coverage. Debris removal coverage is typically included as an additional coverage, subject to policy limits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 95. An alien insurer is one that is, option A, incorporated in another state. Option B, incorporated under the laws of a foreign country. Option C, incorporated in the state. Option D, unlicensed. The correct answer is option D, unlicensed. Alien insurers are chartered outside the United States. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 96. The transfer of risk from an individual to an insurance company in exchange for a premium is known as, option A, risk avoidance. Option B, risk retention. Option C, risk transfer. Option D, risk reduction. The correct answer is option D, risk reduction. Risk transfer shifts the financial burden of a potential loss to the insurer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 97. Water backup coverage in a homeowner's policy. Option A, is automatically included. Option B, covers damage from sewer or drain backup if endorsed. Option C, covers all water damage. Option D, is flood insurance. The correct answer is option C, covers all water damage. Water backup coverage requires an endorsement. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 98. A watchman clause in a property policy. Option A, requires the insured to hire a security guard. Option B, suspends coverage if a watchman is not maintained as represented. Option C, covers theft only. Option D, has no effect. The correct answer is option C, covers theft only. If the insured represents that a watchman is employed, failure to maintain one may suspend coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 99. Excess insurance means, option A, the policy pays first. Option B, the policy pays only after primary insurance limits are exhausted. Option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Option D, no coverage exists. The correct answer is option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Excess coverage applies above and beyond primary policy limits. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 100. An occurrence trigger in a liability policy means, option A, the policy responds based on when the claim is made. Option B, the policy responds based on when the injury or damage occurred. Option C, the policy responds based on when the policy was purchased. Option D, the policy responds based on when the premium was paid. The correct answer is option B, the policy responds based on when the injury or damage occurred. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage that occurs during the policy period.